No, 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 no. Oh, he tried it.
What's going on, everybody? Murph here, and as you could tell by the intro, I got a bone to pick with some trolls in the sports card community. And I hate to see comments like this, but I see them all the time in Facebook groups, especially card shows, even, and sometimes people that even walk into my shop. So I figured I would make a video about it to address it. Now, owning a business, period, is not easy. There's a lot of variables that go into it. Some I can control, some that I cannot. And honestly, the supply chain of sports product, sealed sports product, aka wax, is something I cannot control. I can always try to place an order and try to buy as much stuff as I can, but it's not guaranteed that I'm going to get it. And I can't speak for other card shops, but I'm sure they're going through a similar emotional challenge. But I'm not going to speak for them. But I know when I started Murph's Cardtown Sports Shop, I had a collection of 2 years worth of wax that I was able to salvage from Walmart, Target, maybe people on Facebook, just to have something in stock for when I did turn on the lights and open the door for the first time. I had some wax to offer people. Now, I've been up and running for about 4 months now, and I can already tell you that my wax and sports product inventory has completely changed since when I first opened up. Having a distributor is awesome. Having people that are looking out for me are awesome. Trading is fantastic. And obviously buying stuff at a good price are all things that I take into consideration and that I look for when I buy product. I always look for product on a good deal. Now, to see people, and I'm going to look over here because this is where I have all those quotes that you saw. A lot of hobby shops near me have been doing this for years in Massachusetts. It's a giant scam, but yet in one day they'll all be sold out in regards to packs. Well, where am I supposed to get these individual packs besides fat packs? Where am I supposed to get these packs from? I mean, every card shop in the nation busts open a box and sells the packs individually, and at the end of the day, they make the prices of the packs. But more often than not, the card shop, if they sell a whole blaster box full of packs, is going to make a little bit more money than if the whole box was sold, because it's more of a challenge to sell all of those packs than it is to just sell the box. But selling the individual packs is a much cheaper and affordable option for maybe kids that don't have a lot of money, adults getting into the hobby, adults that can't afford, the multi-$100 boxes. So it's a good tool and a good little commodity to have for these people that can't afford the bigger products. So what is wrong with busting open a pack? And then here's the next one. Do the packs come pre-weighed? Well, no. No. Can you weigh packs? Yes. Do I weigh packs? No. Do other sports? I can't speak for other sports card shops. But as plenty of us have ripped Absolute, Donruss, we all know there's that little Super Bowl card in the very back of the pack to help balance out the weight of each pack. Beforehand, maybe 10 years ago, you could weigh out the packs, where whichever pack was heavier is going to more often than not have a holographic card, a foil card, an optic, insert, something of that like. Now, I know with Yu-Gi-Oh! And TCG, you used to be able to do this very easily, where you'd put 2 packs on a scale, and whichever one was heavier, that had the secret rare, the ultra rare, the ultimate rare, whatever rare, in that pack, because the foiling weighs very so slightly heavier than just a pack full of paper commons. That's just a fact. That's why these manufacturers, Panini, Upper Deck, Topps, they put those blank cards in the back to help balance it out, so somebody can't go put 2 packs on a scale and see which one's heavier, because the chances are they're most likely going to weigh the same, or maybe the heavier one might be the the pack with the fake card in it. Here's another one before I get into my favorite one. Hobby manufacturers need to pull the accounts from local card shops that sell retail. That's how they used to do it. I won't support any local card shop that sells retail. I'm not going to lie to you and say that he's right, because years ago, or how they used to do it, I have no idea. I just started in August, so how they used to do it, I don't know. But I'll tell you how they do it. And that is, my distributor, I will leave their name out of this, is offering me boxes, cases of blaster boxes. They are, and mega boxes. It's not just retail. Yes, retail stores, Walmart, Target, stores like that have blasters. They'll have megas and fat packs. Yes. But I'm also being offered that as well. So are you blaming me for buying product from my distributor and selling it? But just because it's labeled as retail, you're not going to shop at my shop? Now, I'm not going to say for people to shop at my shop or not. But I do want you to take in consideration that it's not easy to find wax. You and I both know it. We could scalp on Facebook, eBay. We could go to this store and that store, compare, contrast, whatever you want to do. But we both know that finding wax at a good price is very difficult. Myself included, and I am a shop. I am a brick and mortar business. It is not easy by any stretch of the imagination. So whenever I can get product for what I think is a good deal and make a decent margin on it, because I do have rent to pay, I have the electric bill, I have gas, I have water, I have to pay overhead, I have to do all this. So yeah, I look for margins and I look for boxes of wax at a good price where I can resell it for a good margin. I'm not reselling just to be a reseller. I'm reselling wax because I want people to have wax at an affordable price at a location that they feel comfortable buying it, ripping it, and just having a good time about it. Here's another one. Oh, where'd it go? The fact that a hobby shop hardly sells hobby anymore says it. They should be called resale stores at this point. You can't even find hobby boxes at half the shops around here anymore. Now, like I said, I won't speak for other card shops in the area, but I will speak for Murph's Card Town Sports Shop. When I first opened, my startup took up a lot of my capital. Doing this, painting the walls, doing that, getting the cases in here, getting furniture, getting this setup and that setup. It just took a lot of my startup capital. And like I said, I had around 2 years worth of wax saved up for my shelves immediately. Yeah, I used some of my money to buy other product as well, but I would rather, when starting up, and 4 months or so in, you're still starting up, I would much rather buy 10 boxes of X for the same price as 1 box of Y. Like, I know my population of people in just 4 months. Now, new people will come in all the time, but for the people that come into my shop that are regulars or are consistent customers, they'll walk in and I already have a feeling of what they might want, what they like, what they can afford, what they can't. So why would I stock my shelves with thousands and hundreds of dollars worth of hobby boxes when I know they can't afford it? Yes, some people can afford it, and I'm not going to judge who or who can't afford a box. That is your own financial situation, and whatever your financial situation is, that's your business, not mine. But for my population of people, I have a general idea of what they want. Some people like the expensive stuff, some people like the cheaper stuff. I'm going to give my people and offer my customers the boxes that I think are best suited for them. If that happens to be blasters and megas, then so be it. There's no point in stocking my shelves of hobby boxes if 95% of my population can't afford it. I'm never going to move wax. Now, yes, some people can afford the $1,000 boxes, but more often than not, they can't. Little Timmy, who just got birthday money and was doing so good with his chores, just got allowance money, and he saved up $50 to buy cards. He's not going to be able to afford that National Treasures hobby box. He's not going to be able to afford the flawless briefcase. But he can afford a blaster box and try to go for his favorite player and hunt for Mac Jones or, Justin Fields, whoever it may be. He can do that. So why should I pull that opportunity away from little Timmy just to stock my shelves with hobby boxes because I'm a hobby store and I should be selling hobbies? I don't think anyone should be telling me how I should operate my business. Will I take advice from people? Absolutely. Will I take their opinions into consideration? Of course. I want to make Murph's Card Town Sports Shop the ideal place for people to walk in, feel comfortable, feel invited, buy wax, rip wax, buy, sell, and trade cards with other people in the community. I don't want them to feel pressure to not buy something, not talk to me, not ask me any questions, or just buy something and leave. When people buy boxes, I always want them to rip it in shop. I want to share that moment and that experience with you. If you pull this awesome card, I've seen crazy pulls. I've seen downtowns. I've seen kabooms. I've seen RPAs. I've seen this and that. Everything you can think of, I've seen. And sharing that moment in shop is beyond better than anything I can think of right now. Now, yeah, you could probably go on eBay and find that same box for maybe $5 cheaper on eBay. And then you'll get it in the mail 7 days, up to 10 days, a week, depending, whatever. You have to pay a processing fee, a shipping fee, taxes you can't avoid. Plus, you have no idea where that box is actually coming from. Just because you save $5 on a Donruss football box, but you have to wait a week for it to come in from California, you have to pay a processing and a shipping fee. And like I said, taxes you can't avoid. Then you get it and you open it on your dining room table, and you pull this crazy cool Patrick Mahomes, Mac Jones downtown on your dining room table. Who are you going to share that moment with? At least here at the shop, I know where my prices are. Some are cheaper, some are more expensive than any other place. But boxes of wax and individual cards themselves change constantly. Constantly. You can go on eBay and check the comps. There's probably 10 sales just today alone. There'll be 10 sales tomorrow where it's 20% lower than what it was yesterday, and it's going to be 30% higher than it was today. And it's going to do that every single day. But then, at the end of the day, I do have to cover rent. I have to cover electric, gas, water, all this and all that. Plus, I need to restock with inventory. So ask yourself this. Ask yourself this question. If you were running a shop, what kind of atmosphere would you want to give your customers and your population of people? A fun, inviting atmosphere? Or a place that's kind of dull and boring? I think I run a fun, exciting, personal, charismatic card shop. Very knowledgeable. I like to think that I'm very personable. I'm approachable. You can ask me, you can talk to me about anything sports related. And then there's some people that are the complete opposite of me. And if you think that that card shop or eBay has the box for $5 less, so be it. I will not be upset. I will not be hurt. But what does hurt and what does upset me is the fact that people don't understand what goes into running a card shop. They'll see a box for $5 cheaper on eBay and they'll immediately buy it just because they got a good deal on it. And $5 cheaper, yeah, that's a good deal. But like I said, you have no idea where that box is coming from. You have no idea what the true condition of the box is. You're going to be waiting a week plus. What if it gets lost in the mail? What if you get sent a box of rocks? At least here at the shop, any card shop really, you can ask the guy, hey, can I check that box out, please? Oh, can you take that card out of the case? I just want to check the corners. You can look at the card, you can read the box, in hand, in person, get to look at it, inspect it, read the box's literature, do whatever you want to bring yourself to a conclusion whether or not to buy the box or the card. And then you get to take that product home that day. You get to rip that box that second instead of waiting and waiting and waiting. And then the card comes in and the corner's busted because you couldn't see it on the pictures, or there's a scratch right down the middle and you couldn't see it on the pictures, or the box is half broken into, it's vacuum wrapped, the original wrapper is ripped off, the packs are weighed out. You have no idea where it's coming from on eBay or anywhere online, really. But here in shop, any shop, you get to look at it in person, feel it, inspect it, and you get it that day. No shipping fee, no processing fee, no wait time. Taxes, like I said, you can't avoid. And sometimes you may have to pay an extra $5. But with shipping and processing alone, it's going to be more than $5. So my favorite part is this comment on Facebook. I respect card shops, but the card shops I don't respect are the ones that open during or after COVID because they're out here to scam 100%. That's not true at all. Some, maybe. Like I said, I can't speak for other card shops, and I will not speak for them. I will speak for me. It has been my dream since middle school to work in some facet of sports, whether it was sport management, sport business, being a coach, sports cards. Sports was what I loved to do growing up, and that's what I've always wanted to do. I love sports cards from when I could remember, when I was like 5, 6 years old. I was into them all the way through middle school. I phased out a little bit in high school, still phased out of it a little bit in college. But when I was in my master's, and something just clicked to me, like, I could really do this. Like, this is really awesome. When I really got back into it, probably, June of 2019? Before COVID. So, am I really out here to 100% scam people? No. Will deals go in my favor? Yes. Will deals go in the other person's favor and I get screwed? Yeah. That just happens all the time. People are going to get the benefit of the doubt in a deal. Some people are going to get, the wrong end of the deal. Some things you just can't control. I'll make a trade with you for, this Patrick Mahomes rookie card, and one day he'll go out and throw 7 touchdowns, and I won the deal. But the next week he's going to tear his ACL, and now I lost the deal because his cards are going to plummet. Some things you just can't control. So what I responded to that guy is, I said, not true about my shop. I may have opened in August, but this has been a dream of mine for about 6 to 7 years. Like I said, I've always wanted to work in sports. I was a sport management major my first 2 years in undergrad, and I switched to psychology after my dad passed away. I wanted to be more personable and be able to help people on a more one-to-one basis rather than just be stuck in sports. I was in a vulnerable spot in my life, and I really felt like I was making the right choice at that time. I wish I did stick out with sport management because, hey, I'm running a sports card shop, and it's all sport management, sport business. So, am I out here to scam people too? No. I can't control what happens after a purchase or a trade is done. If the card price plummets and you're on the wrong end of it, that's not my fault. Nor is that really your fault either. The card market is something none of us can control. Really, only the players can control it based off of their performance. Now, I guess it is up to us to not overpay or not underpay for items, or not undersell items, I should say. This guy responded, fair. I respect it. But if you're selling 2021 Absolute and Donruss Blasters for $50+, you're a fraud. Sorry. That's just the market for them. That's just what people, not just me, other card shops, vendors at card shows, people on Facebook and eBay are charging, as you were able to see in the intro of this video. That's just what the market is, and that's just for 2 products. That's something I can't control. I love to have my prices as competitive as possible. I love to give people the fairest deal that I possibly can. Sometimes I have to be right where market is. Sometimes I'm above market. Sometimes I'm below market. It's just the name of the game. Product prices change constantly. Individual cards, raw cards, graded cards, they change constantly. It's hard to keep up sometimes, and I like to price check and comp my cards bi-weekly or so. I try to do it on Tuesday or Wednesday. But the day after I comp something out for, say, $50, and the next day it's selling for $30, that's not my fault. That's not my fault. And if someone brings it to my attention, then we can negotiate. I just really think people have a bad stigma about card shops these days ever since the COVID-19 virus happened and all these card shops started to pop up. Now, like I said, every card shop is operated differently. Every card shop has their own philosophies, viewpoint, and their own understanding of the sports card world, just like I have mine. And to see all these comments that I just talked about and that you were able to see at the beginning of this video are very painful. They're very hurtful because people really have no idea. It's bigger than just finding the best deal online. People want, everything for just a couple dollars over retail. Everybody wants, 20% off of comps. Everybody wants the best deal. But when it comes time for them to sell the stuff, whether it's cards or boxes, they're always charging market. Every single person. I want that for retail. I want this for retail. Oh, will you take this? Oh, will you take that? As they hunt for the best possible deal. So they win the deal. But when it comes time for that same person to sell something, they're always charging market. That's just a fact. You and I both know it. But that's going to wrap up this video. I know I kind of went on a big rant, but it's something that's been really eating at me for a couple of weeks now. And it was about time that I made a video about this. So I really hope that you can understand my perspective and my point of view about the topic. I bring you this video with nothing but respect, honesty, knowledge, and true personality, as I'm not capping, I'm not faking anything. This is my true, genuine personality and my true, genuine feelings and emotions about the topic. But that is going to do it for this video. Please smash that thumbs up button if you like today's video. Comment down below any thoughts, questions, comments, concerns, anything you may have, and I'm assuming that people are going to have them. And I'm kind of expecting for the comment section to kind of pop off a little bit. And then also, if you wouldn't mind considering subscribing to the channel if you have not done so already, as I would greatly appreciate the love and support by you subscribing. But that's going to do it for this video. I will catch you in the next one, but between now and then, you guys know that I love you, and I will always see ya.